any reports or any object in the air about 15 minutes ago?
Somebody called in, but I really don't know what that would be.
It was very strange.
Okay.
Looked like a back end of like one of them fighter planes, you know, like a plane coming out the back.
Okay. Was it just like moving at a slow rate of speed?
It wasn't slowly, it was fastly, but it was coming down.
It was coming down?
Yeah.
Like straight down or at an angle?
Like an angle.
At an angle? Okay.
It was a little breaking, you know, in the back.
Okay.
Plane.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll check with the air base and land and see if they have any report of anything in the area.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. 996. A report by CC. Actually, 2 calls in of a vehicle in the sky. Unknown object above Sampson Drive. Have you noticed anything?
What's the location?
The area of Sampson Drive.
North or south?
Sir, he just advised in the air, in the sky. He didn't advise direction.
998.
998, cut.
Could you give me a description on the object?
Public service, sir. I'll give you further.
Okay.
County dispatch.
Okay.
Bob, I swear to God, 4 calls in on an unidentified object over Liberty.
4 calls.
4 calls on an unidentified flying object.
Well, now take a look. All right, we'll check it out.
You want me to call the air base and see if there's anything in the area?
I'll take a look.
I swear to God. You want to hear the call?
Come on, you're trusted.
You want to hear the call? Wait a minute. I'm going to hear the call. Do you think I'm lying?
I believe you.
No, I swear to God. Listen.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Listen to this one.
What's that?
Oh, good. Yeah, that's going to find one object.
Here. Here. Somebody called in, but I really don't know what that would be. Okay. I'm stroking the hell out of this guy. Was it moving at a slow rate of speed and it gets directly down? Oh, it started freaking panic. You guys got freaking UFOs over there?
Yeah, let's go figure it out. Fox in town. Fox in town.
If Doc is in town.
Fox.
Spock. Oh, you mean like Generations Star Trek thing? Smart ass. I'll tell them they're filming the sequel right here in Liberty. Okay.
Alright,
You let me know. Oh shit, if you get abducted, who am I gonna call? Leslie?
Toby up in here.
You'll beam Toby up. He'd spin his ass so fast out of that friggin' machine. I swear to God, this is our 4th or 5th call on it.
Alright.
Alright, bye-bye. And then it goes,
I'll be in the area in about just 30 seconds here. Is that one particular block it's going over, or what area of the Sampson Road Drive?
okay, to our knowledge, we've had 4 different calls, and this particular one came over Sampson. Midway in the block, there's a vacant lot or something.
Hold on, I'll let you talk to the Liberty dispatcher.
Okay. Yeah, hi there. This is Stacy from 33. Hi, Stacy. How are you? I got one of your... Did you really? This woman was almost... Sorry. She saw something. She told me that the area was like Sampson Drive. There's a vacant field midway through the block. They're telling me this too, but I mean, it's probably some weather balloon or something. You know what I mean? They're checking the area, but I really... These UFO calls are getting out of hand. If it was, what the hell did they come to Liberty for? There's no intelligent life in Liberty. Come on. were telling everybody they're doing a sequel to what's that new Star Trek movie, Generations? Bluish green, no noise. No noise. It was low flying and took off. Oh, come on. Fifth Avenue. Are you serious? It's driving up Fifth Avenue Extension. Now, nobody... Oh, Christ. Not that. You're flying. It came down and just zooped over. It was a big, glowing object. Well, we got 4 calls on it. The last guy said it was a fighter plane. So you tell me that I would do like a big news story on the water and Liberty and the effects on the people, because these people are clearly afflicted. But I appreciate the tip. I'll let them know some more on it. I dispatched it because God only knows my lackey would land here, abduct some people, and I would be in trouble for dispatching. I was impressed because I heard the way you dispatched it, and I said she's trying real hard not to break. And I'm working with the biggest jokers on the force tonight, so it's real hard not to. Lucky. Well, if we do run into a UFO, I swear I will call you personally. Okay? We'll give you an exclusive. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
County Dispatch.
Liberty Police.
Pardon me?
Am I calling on Liberty Police?
What you need, ma'am?
I wonder, did you have anyone call you about a strange plane or airplane or something in the air?
Yeah, they're checking it out.
Yeah, I just saw it on Sampson Road.
Where?
On Sampson Drive.
Oh, okay.
I was coming down Sampson Drive. It looked like it was not, I don't know what it was. It was a flying saucer or what it was. It wasn't an airplane. It was not an airplane. It was down awfully low.
Are you the same lady that called Channel 33?
No.
Okay. All right.
You must have had other calls that night, huh?
Yeah, not many, a couple.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
What did it look like, ma'am?
It was like almost like an iridescent color. It was like a bluish purple. It was like a long streak. It almost was like it had fire coming out of the back of it.
Okay.
Maybe it was, I don't know what it could have been. I know it wasn't an airplane.
Okay, ma'am, I'll let them know.
All right.
All right, ma. 998 radio.
998, good.
Yeah. CC stopped me, said it appeared to be hovering about 50 feet off the ground, heading towards Sodom Hutch, and I'm going to be checking that area. It's supposed to be a large object with a lot of lights on it.
Sir, I have another report at Sampson Drive, and also we've been advised by caller to the media. Media informed us it was a blue-green object hovering, no noise. It was in the area of Fifth Avenue Extension.
I'll go that Fifth Avenue Extension just came in.
This is just in now. And then it got...
I see some lights. It's over 1 block from me. I'm going to try to get over there. I got to go down the street here. It's a large object, whatever it is.
996, are you in the area? 925, do you want to head over to that area?
Traffic.
Repeat your traffic.
Copy, I'm in there. Where do you see that, though? I just got a glimpse of it. I could see, I'm on Sampson right now. I could see it heading by Fifth Avenue on the other side. I could see some lights up in that area. All right. 925 and 998. Should I set my taser for stun? Yeah, go ahead and shoot it.
96, can you repeat your traffic?
Area Fifth Avenue Extension.
The area Fifth Avenue Extension.
Control tower.
Yes, sir. This is Ryan from Liberty Township Police Department in Yetson, Ohio. We have reported some flying object in our jurisdiction, in our area, above the Sampson Drive, Fifth Avenue extension area. I could not give you any kind of traffic, direction that would help you know that area. Do you know of anything that should be in our airspace this time close to the ground? This is not a prank phone call, I swear. You can call me back to verify.
Look at the radar scope, and I go 60-mile diameter of Youngstown, and there is nothing out there.
Oh, shit.
Not even anything up high.
We've got five accounts, 5 calls in on this.
Yeah.
Something's flying in our area, and it's low to the ground. Would you be able to monitor, like a Cessna or something with a light on it?
Well, if it was, do you mean visibly?
No, with the radar.
With the radar, it depends on how high it is and where they are. If it's low radar coverage, so there's...
Okay, now I get a text to go here and tell them something, and I don't want to say you couldn't find anything. Is there any, clause I might use that it might be like your personal aircraft or something that might be used at night or something?
Could be, could be anything. As far as, any kind of helicopter traffic, anything down low, they don't have any kind of requirements to,
it made no noise?
Unless they're coming into the airport here.
Okay, so you have no communications with helicopters, could be something like that?
Yeah, it could be a helicopter. Okay. Helicopters particularly.
Okay. All right, I'm buying this 100%. But
are you, is that location anywhere near a hospital?
We are close to a hospital, but the location is away from, as low as they said it was to the ground, it would be approximately 5 miles away from the hospital. We're closer to, that end of town is closer, out towards the Vienna line, Vienna Air Base area, and that's what I thought maybe it was related to.
Yeah, we haven't had anything going on, nothing coming from that direction.
Okay. Then I'm going to
guys just go out here northbound, climbed up high, and nothing's going on around here.
Okay, I am going to advise you of this. You could take it and file it in your garbage can if you want to. We've got accounts of this. Hold on 1 second for me. I've got 4 to 6 calls. Hold on 1 second. At this time, I've had 4 to 6 calls come in about a lit object, well-lit object, blue-green lights, hovering above the area of Sampson Drive and Fifth Avenue. The object was low to the ground, did not make any noise, hovered there for some time, and then continued moving down the Fifth Avenue extension road. My unit was out. He caught something he thought was red. Somebody described it as the end of a fighter pilot plane. I don't know what the hell kind of lines of continuum they're drawing here. I don't see any, but this is what I was advised of, so I wanted to call.
Okay, well, we don't, I have a, when I was downstairs in the radar room, I would have a finder with some phone numbers. I have some 800 numbers as far as, identified flying object reports and things like that. If you wish, you can call us out during business hours tomorrow.
Like I said, I don't know.
I don't see anything out there, nothing on the radar scope. I haven't seen anything, and,
that ain't good.
I'm going to be out of service for a few minutes. I have to gather my thoughts.
Happy gathering, 58.
Yeah, I'm okay now. I'll be back in service.
59.
Alright, I'll also be in service.
Okay, your time's your exit. 23:20, 23:20.
Back to the UFO, I saw it.
Did you really?
But if it was red, I don't know. These people say it's blue. Right? I pull up to this.
Tony just saw it too.
Down, he goes, hey, this thing's hovering right over Sodom Hudson's. It just came over my house, right? I said, are you serious? He goes, yeah, right? Then you tell me you got a report of it on Fifth Avenue Extension, right?
Yeah.
I'm right by County Messenger's house, and I looked towards Fifth Avenue Extension. You could see a red glow up in the sky. It was huge. It was like huge.
See, but they're telling me blue-green because the media called. This woman was crying hysterically. She's like, oh my God! And she's screaming, and they're like, oh God! shot, and they call me, and I'm laughing it off because I can't, I'm not going to cause a panic. We don't.
You're on dope or something. I see this red.
No, because Toby, I swear to God, we got 7 to 8 calls on this UFO.
What are doing? They're scanning us.
No, I'm telling you what, they were coming in at the same time. They were coming at the same time.
Well, anyway, I see this.
And the county saw it. Somebody from the county saw it.
Really?
I think Pete Lusick saw it because he came across his channel and goes, "She's that big fucking thing in the sky with the lights." And first we thought they were making fun of us, but they went to another channel to do it because they didn't want to be on their name.
Well, with me, I saw this big red.
That's what the guy said. He said it looked like fighter pilot lights in the back of the tail of a bomber.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And I said, well, maybe it's a weather balloon. Well, I called up, and Toby, I swear to you, I was laughing it off, and I thought, well, he's going to say weather balloon or something, but he says, no, I don't. He goes, we have nothing. Because we have, and he's trying to give me numbers to report it, and I'm saying, no. I don't want any numbers. He's going, well, he goes, I don't have anything in a 16-mile radius of Youngstown. He goes, I'm looking at the radar right now.
Well, this thing wasn't more than about 50 feet off the ground.
Well, that's what I told him. I said, this is low to the ground. I said, you might not pick it up. I said, he goes, well, maybe it's a helicopter. I said, well, I heard from 4 people. Something that low to the ground would be making a hell of a noise.
This thing wasn't making no noise.
I know.
Because I rolled down, when I saw the glow, I rolled down my window. I didn't hear a sound. The only sound I heard was my car.
Well, was it moving, or was it just...
Yeah, it was glowing. It was, you could see it like up in the air, glowing, and getting further away from me. That's why I had to go all the way down to Overbrook and cut over to get on 5th Avenue. As soon as I turned on 5th Avenue, I didn't see it.
Did Bob see it?
No.
Do you see it?
No.
There's about 10 other people in Liberty who are just swearing up and down they saw a UFO. Oh, they'll have a ball with it, because, they had called already.
Did you guys locate anything?
Yeah, well, they're like, if people are serious, they're very upset. And I'm like, well, it's got to be a weather balloon or something. And I knew it wasn't a weather balloon because they, FAA would know about it.
You said it was green and blue lights?
No. The media said it was green and blue lights. I had a man who said it's huge and it doesn't make any noise.
That's what I saw.
And I said, could it be like a weather balloon? He goes, no. He goes, these lights are incredibly bright. And he goes, and this thing's just hovering. It's not moving. And I said, well, maybe it's a private plane or something.
This thing, whatever it was, lit up. Literally lit up. You could stand, if you were underneath it, you could see it would be like daylight, but red light.
Well, I logged it. I know this is coming back up. I know everybody and their brother's going to be calling tomorrow. And I'm like, I logged it.
I saw it? Oh, my God.
No, I didn't like you saw it. But you know what? Don't be pulling that tape. We're all going to get our asses shucked. You watch federal government will come out here and go, okay, we're going all little green men, Santa Claus, flying Christmas tree, all this shit on the channel. We're all going to get our asses in a grinder. Maybe I want to. So, I don't know. If it was a UFO, it's logged, But, you saw it if you... Well, what did you think it was? What did you really think it was?
I don't know. I didn't hear me. I came across it. So whatever it is, it's big.
I know you play. I know you joke around. That's what I said.
I wasn't joking. I was not joking.
For a minute, it didn't sound like you were. You were laughing, and then all of a sudden you weren't laughing. And I thought, well, maybe he's trying to make me, think there's really this UFO there. And I was like, oh.
No, I wasn't joking. I saw the light. I saw a large red light up.
Hold on 1 second. Howling guy, I think somebody UFO expert. He wants to talk to me. You want me to let you go?
Yeah, all right. I'll talk to you.
Okay, sweetheart. Take care. Bye-bye. Howdy, dispatch. May I help you?
Yeah, this is Alan 433.
Hey, 433.
How you doing?
Yeah, pretty good.
Liberty was spotting earlier.
Oh, cut it out.
No, I'm serious. We've been watching it for about 10 minutes now.
Your ass.
No, I'm serious.
Man.
Go straight out your door.
Hold on.
I'm on Henhide.
Where's it at?
I'm on Henhide, okay?
Get me. I want to go see this. Is it outside? Can I, see it from here?
No, you'll see it.
Here, plug into me. All right, I'm going to go out and look at it now.
All right, if you're up high enough, it's straight east of you.
It's east of me?
Straight east of you. Look straight up.
Which way do I go when okay, up?
You know where King drives across from the hospital?
Plug in for me. I'm going to go out. Liberty. Get Howland Liberty. I'm going to run out. Stay on the phone.
Okay.
Okay, I'm coming back. I'll tell you if I see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, Mikey, do you got a copy or see it? moved in 10 minutes and I've been watching it. Come up on Henhide and start south off of Kings Grave if you're on Henhide. Come on down, you'll see me parked. I've been watching this thing through my binoculars. I can't quite make it out. It changes colors from white to red to green. You know, those are colors of flames, but the sucker has not moved. It hasn't gone any direction since I've been watching it. It's a good 10 minutes. Yeah, it's an alien, all right. Prove it. Hello.
She went outside, too, back in a minute.
Okay. I couldn't believe it. I was just sitting by my house, and I looked over, laughingly thinking, because we had one 2 weeks ago. And I looked over, and I said, oh, here's a plane coming in to land, because I'm used to seeing those. This thing has not moved in 10 minutes. And it's too bright and too low, and it changes colors to be a star.
It's an alien that came down to steal all our Christmas presents.
Yeah, I wish. Hang on
Maybe it's Santa Claus.
Go ahead, 429. Where you at? So you see my car down on Henhide, about half to a quarter of a mile, somewhere in there, down from Kings Grave. Okay, you get a pretty good view out here on Kings Grave. A little bit further. Okay, you see it? I mean, I got a perfect view where I'm at. I just can't quite make it out through my binoculars.
I got him in my headset.
You go to 14? Right, I'm on public service too, so hang on, I'm trying to juggle mics. Okay, I'm on 14. You got copies? Yeah, it looks like I'm getting pretty close here, but I can't really judge how far out it is, Oh, I've been stationary since I called you. However long it took you to come from over on the west side. That bugger has not moved. Yeah, well, I'm going over 11 right now, and it looks like I'm starting to maybe get next to it here. It's still out a good ways. It? No, see it down over here just above the trees. Yeah. Okay, has it moved any? It looked like it might have flickered a little in that, because it's moving slightly. It's moving. I would think the airbase could get a pretty good eye on it. Okay, Mikey's up here with me now. He's looking through the binocs. It looks like it might have moved just slightly, because it moved from one side of a tree to another. It's still visible right here where we're at.
Over around 11.
Well, I'm out here at
Around 11.
Ridge already. Ridge at the airbase. Did you say you're at Ridge at the airbase? Okay, it should be south of you, right?
Yes, so.
Look like it's doing circles, yeah. But, it's moving.
What area is it in?
Huh?
What area?
Hang on one second. Davey. So what area do you think it's in now? Hang on. Go ahead, Will. Okay, where you're at and where I'm at, I'm about half a mile south of Kings Grave on Henhide.
Henhide, half a mile south of Kings Grave.
It's still a little bit south of me, so where are you at as far as on Ridge Road?
You guys had to take pee tests and all that, Howard? Because we went outside, we didn't see anything.
I don't know where I got them down. Later, I'm not going to coming up on me.
They all see it. We were all on Henhide, we didn't see it.
Okay, well, we're on Henhide north of Kane. Okay, there's a brand new house under construction, and we're watching it right through the empty field.
You've seen it through the field?
Yeah, we're seeing all our cars.
How big is it? What color is it? Because I got three of them.
It ranges from like a whitish red to pulsating greenish lavender.
Did you see any red? It was a whole red light. He said it looked like...
Well, from the distance, I mean, I can't tell. My binoculars are a cheap set of binoculars. I thought I saw some red. Let me check with Dave from his angle. Do you see red and green on it? Hey, Dave, from your angle,
I'll call the airport.
pulsating red and green?
I'm telling you, we went outside and we didn't see anything.
Yeah, let's...
I'm calling the airbase again.
Okay.
Hold on, stay on the line.
I'm gladly come down and pick you up in the car and bring you.
I want to see it. Come get me.
All right.
Come get me.
All right.
I'll be outside.
Right. Okay.
All right. I need a break. He's going to take me to see it. I don't believe this. Where's the number I had before? Here it is. Come on, FAA. Yes, sir. This is Rain again from the center here in the 911 center. I called you about Liberty Township. The darn thing is in Howland Township now, and it's hovering over a site. Did you show anything at all on your radar screen in the Warren area?
In Howland Township.
Howland Township.
That's hovering where?
Hovering over a hen hide in Howland Township, about 5 minutes here from the center. They're seeing this. They're watching this thing. It goes 50 feet from the ground. There's blue and green lights. Some people say they see a red holding light. Hovers about 50 feet from the ground with no noise. We've had this all night.
Here, looking to the west. Yeah, I don't see anything. I'm 70 feet in the air.
I'm going about to look for this right now. My unit's coming out there. Tell me when he's out here.
Okay, let me get a pair of binoculars. Let me call
Can you check that? Let me give you a number to contact, 675-2549.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right. I'm going to look at it now myself.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Talking about the thing that looked like a UFO or whatever. Who was it?
That was a joke. That was a joke.
No, we've had.
We know. That's what it was.
We got eight calls earlier.
Yeah, Liberty was telling us about it.
Yeah. And we got calls last night on it too.
He told, I said something to Pete. I said, yeah, it's probably altered. How's the UFO going to be detected on radar when it's a self?
I could only hear bits and pieces.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
But yeah, we got like 8 calls on it earlier.
So I told Pete, I said, think about it. For 40 years, you heard about UFOs, and they never had one on radar. They got to be self.
Yep, exactly.
I said, they'll never get them on radar.
Yeah, who knows? Actually, Royanne called out to the airport to see if they were picking anything up, around the area, and they said they hadn't seen anything. But we got, if you get one call or something like that, you don't think anything of it. We got like 8 different calls from different people on it. So
that's hard to say. The winter months, you see a lot more shooting stars because the sky's clear or something.
Right. Yeah. Right. And with the cold, they drag on.
Right. And when I left station tonight, there was one good one to come down. I mean, it was way down, still way bright.
Huh.
And that's what he was just joking about that because I told him I saw that shooting star.
Yeah. You're like, beam me up, Captain Kirk.
Yeah. So that's probably what they're saying.
Yeah, most likely.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'll make a note of that for whoever else comes out tomorrow, whatever. Maybe hopefully she won't start up again, but just in case.
Well, you might just want to keep a note of that registration in case the guys like the afternoon turn or somebody.
Right.
County dispatch. Yeah, is that a UFO they're looking for? Huh? Is that a UFO they're looking for? Who's this? This is Little Town Jail.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, seriously. We got like 8 calls on it earlier.
You gotta be shit.
No, hey, Leslie, would you believe Leslie if she said yes?
No.
Isn't it a UFO that we got like 8 calls on earlier today and they're looking at it again? Leslie said yes.
It is. Be shit.
No, we got calls earlier tonight on it, and a couple different people, the officers said they saw it, and one of the Howland officers just said he saw it at King's Graves and Hen Hide, hovering there for like 10 minutes. So who knows? It's pretty messed up. We got reports on some last night. We got them. So, okie-dokie. All quiet over there tonight?
Yeah.
So you need to be over here where the air rescue things happen.
Really? I'm not go outside and get over there.
Yeah, we went out from here and couldn't see, but it's hard because there's a lot of lights, with I guess one of the Hound officers said it was like in the area of Hen Hide and King's Graves, though, hovering there for like 10 minutes. A big blue. What was it supposed to be, Rick? Blue and green? Let me see what color it was for Rick. What was it supposed to be? Blue and green? It's supposed to be blue and green, I guess.
UFO number.
air base earlier, and they said that they hadn't had anything on their radar. But if it's in the area of Henhide and Kings Grace, it would have to be showing up on their radar. You know, if there was something there.
Do they have any fighter jets out there?
Yeah, right there. How would you? Well, did you tell what they just said? Somebody just said something. I don't know what they said there.
Alright, I'll let you know.
Alrighty. If I find out anything else, I'll call and let you know. Alright, bye. 433, 429. Go ahead.
Okay, is it moved any from where you're at? I'm going down to pick up another person.
Negative. I'm out at the air base here. We're standing here watching.
Keep a visual on and let me know, because I want to pick this person up, but I'm about 30 seconds away from picking them up.
Okay, looks like he's just sitting here.
Okay.
433 subjects en route.
Where's the check? I'll be there in under 30 seconds.
Coming out this way?
I'm up Old 82, run east on Old 82, because I got a visual on that down here by the S-curve.
Okay. I can see a large red, blue, and green light up in the sky. It's east. I'm on Liberty. Going east, stand by. See if we can get a better location. Palm Ravine seems like it's going so fast. There's no way to keep up with it. 998 the radio.
That's what.
When I pulled on Liberty, you could see it in the distance. And when I got closer, it was stationary and it started moving. Which Liberty? Liberty off of Belmont. I don't see it now. I'm down on Logan now. I'm going that direction. Still stationary up here at the air base.
I don't see anything else as far as movement other than pulsating.
Yeah, that's about all it's doing. I don't see it. Call the Air Force Base, see what they have going on.
Okay, 14, I'm coming up to Belmont, it's just still south of me. I'd say it's southeast.
That's affirmative. I was just looking at it through the binoculars. It looks like it has something protruding out the top of it.
Okay, you must have better binoculars than my side, because I couldn't quite make it out. I'm going to try to stop on Dawn and see if I can get a better look at it.
Okay, does it seem like you're any closer to it?
Yeah, definitely closer than your location, because it's still south of me, southeast of Old 82.
Okay.
I saw something, because I know we're definitely seeing it. No, it's extremely bright. I mean, it's really bright. It's all the way into Liberty now. We're into Hubbard now, looking to the center. Alright. I saw it real briefly. Radio. 998. Alan reporting sightings. That's affirmative. Back north, I want to see this thing. I'm afraid, for how it's glowing and how far it's visible, you should be able to see it. I'm going to head out to 305 and 11, see if I can get a glimpse of it from there. Okay. 2223 to control. 2223, good. Okay, I got a visual on both of them. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. That's for, we have multiple departments right now that have sightings on it. Okay, I got them both. I'm in the area of the county home. I got Howland, looks like it's in the area of Warner Road, and I got Liberty, it looks like it's down near Hubbard. If you see it any closer, you can identify it, let us know. Affirmative. Go ahead. Now past 24 Lumber, still eastbound. It's still just southeast of our location. Okay, it doesn't seem like it moved at all from where I'm at here. Okay, you out there by yourself, or you got someone out there that's documenting the observation also? Yeah, I'm at the air base. I had the security guard out here. He doesn't know what to make of it either. Do you want me to get a visual on it? Oh yeah, we can see it from right here. 433. Yeah, it's the Liberty dispatcher, the outcome of the FAA inquiry. Last check at radar at the airport. They're advising they have nothing on their screens. They're probably not going to tell us if there's anything anyway, if it's anything to do with the military. No doubt. Another Hangar 7 happened here in Trumbull County. It's in Brookfield now. 998 to radio. 998. See, we could see it from 62. It's a large light. I don't know if it's changing color. I can see red in it. It just seems to be hovering right now. Control. Good. It's horrible up at the home. I'm going to go up in the tower. That's 4. 433. If you're getting from any of the Liberty units or
unit at the old county home on Route 7 in Brookfield has a visual on it this time. Looks like it's going southeast.
I just pulled off almost to Brookfield Center now to do a binocular observation, and there's definitely a structure there. Unfortunately, what you saw, I can see an upper structure off the main part of the lighting. Yeah, right. It almost looks like a little parachute hanging from it. Right. Yeah, something with a different colored lighting to it. Yeah, right. 433, have you been looking at this thing through your binocs? Well, I've been trying to run as far east to get as close to a good clear visual to the open binoculars, and I just stopped, like I said, at Brookfield Center. Got a halfway decent look at it. That's the object that you described on top of it. Yeah, okay. I'm running over towards Newey to see if I can't go over that way, because I heard some topic about the old home. Okay. If you come up on 46, you should be able to see it without any problems. All right, pick it up on North River Road. I had 305 and 11 sitting on the overpass. I don't see anything. I'm at Tyler Ridge. How high up are we talking here above the horizon? Not very far. If you're in a tree line, will probably block your view. Okay. Hey, will I be able to see it from 11 if I go south on 11? Yeah, you should be able to. We're in Area 82 or King of Graves or where? Yeah, just look up towards King's Grave. Aim yourself right towards the air base. Alright, I think you shot down 11. Repeat. What was your last location that you saw it? Where is it at right now? Right where you said, it looks like it's right around your 84 lumber room that head down near the 82 on by. Give me a registration when you can. 98 radio. 998. Okay, I don't know what this is. It's some large light in the sky. It seems to be changing colors once in a while. We tried to signal it. Back. It's out in Brookfield, wherever it is. I don't know. It's pretty far from us. That's 459. miles out this way. Oh, well, I don't have any way to get there. Okay. You heard from Wally, or did he get beaten up? I don't know, I haven't heard. You had any individual ones at all from your Amdy's point? I went down to 82 to cross over north of 82 on 11, and the only thing I see is a white star out there. Dan and I were talking about it. Looks like either Jupiter or Ceres is the star. One of the two. Nothing moving, nothing pulsating. Okay. Might try getting a little more rest during the day. Talk to these guys, everything's alright. They're going to go back to where they came from. Who? I can see them. Did you see anything? I got them right here. I'm looking at them. What the hell is it? Hold on a second. I got to turn my lights on so I get rear-ended. Okay. Well, I can see them from Warner Road. They're sitting stationary. I got 3 of them. One is over, well, there, and then there's 2 kind of close together. What do they look like? Well, I'd like to say that they're just like flickering stars, except I've got 4 discernible colors. I got red, yellow, green, and blue, and the one just is like flashing. So if they're those planets those guys were talking about, then they're planets with Christmas lights on. You can see them? I can see them. Not like clear as day. I don't see any wings or anything to see them. Yeah. Unreal. Hold on a second. Unreal. What are you doing? That's what I mean. I mean, I can, without my binoculars, I can see red, yellow, green, and blue. I mean, we're way over there. They got to be way over in Cortland. No. Did you hear Cortland on the air? Yeah. UFOs will come into Cortland. I can't believe it. He's killing me. So you're having you're having an experience? No, because I can't see. I mean, they're so far away. They look like stars. They're just like. Well, the first calls we got from Liberty were they were like 50 feet above the ground. Yeah, well, they could be on their way home. All right. I think everyone else in this county should go home. Yeah, I'm about ready to. This is weird. I had a beat on them from the tower. They were they got to be going away because they were closer than this. No idea. Well, you know what? I can tell it's not in our airspace, so they are called. Okay. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Bye. Back to you about what this possibly could be. Negative. They advised did not show up on the radar. 2-5 go. Public service number there for NASA down in Florida. Negative, so we'll check for one. That's affirmative, they're all recorded. 981 party advised this may be some kind of celestial planet showing during meteor shock. Okay, just earlier when we had that earlier call, what I saw was not a planet. It was close to the tree lines. red light. It was almost like it was daylight, but right outside.
Copy. We'll document that 549.
Hi, dispatch.
Hey, Vic.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
That is the planet showing during the attack.
Yeah, I bet it is. Hey, that thing with the Air Force Base and the radar? You remember ours last year?
No.
That we called the Air Force Base and they said, no, there's nothing going on. But then, I don't know who did it. They decided they called the National Weather thing, and the weather had it on their radar.
Don't ask me.
Well, you know, what I was just thinking, have you, like, who's ever, like, running the show out there? Who's, like, really into this?
No.
Maybe nobody is?
Who's ever running the show out here is like laughing at all you guys out there.
But that's because they're in a closed building and we're out here looking at this.
Okay.
But no, what I'm wondering is maybe somebody might want to give the National Weather people a call. Because they're not going to classify shit. They'll call and say, yo, this is where we fall home. Like they did to us last year. Hey, Pete, if you saw this, yeah, you'd be doing it too.
Really?
I'm serious.
Jack said it's Venus.
Okay, well then there's 6 of them. Yeah, she's right about that meteor shower thing. Because when I was standing there, when I got off the phone with you, in 5 minutes, in this little space that I'm watching, there were 6 of them, whatever you call them, shooting star things. There's 6 of them, so they're there. But I don't know what it is, but
I just wish it was cloudy.
then we wouldn't say this.
Right, exactly.
Well, what gets me is, what was Liberty chasing then?
I have no idea.
You know, last time I heard, Venus really wasn't wanted anywhere, so had no reason to run from the police.
Negative 15.
No 15s on Venus.
It's like my little get a registration when you can.
Yeah, get a registration when you can. I'll tell you what, I couldn't see him well enough from the radar tower. I climbed up there. Then the fact that my legs went numb. It's a little bit too nippy to be climbing up that thing.
Yeah, it's a little chilly.
Well, I went up 3 flights and I thought, well, you know, as much as I like Star Trek, I don't like it this much.
Thank God.
I went back down. I think it's the Enterprise. Oh, well.
All right, man.
Hey, have fun. Ciao.
Dispatch, may I help you?
Hi,
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to look through this thing on a telescope.
Okay.
Okay, we were looking at it as a planet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but ironically, while everybody else was watching it, a couple of the Niles guys had a night vision scope. Some lady who says she lives in Liberty came up to them, they're down here on the strip,
Okay.
and asked them, are you guys tracking the UFO? And they looked at her and thought she was joking. She says, dead ass serious. She says the thing was in her backyard.
I'm telling you, I told you that woman said she was in her backyard.
Yeah.
She said, it was in my backyard, it was in the field, and she was having a fit about it. Would you please go from here, please?
So anyhow, she's telling them, and they said, well, is that what you saw? She turns around and looks at it. She goes, no. She goes, that's a planet. She goes, that's not what we saw.
This thing was red, and Toby said it was right near the ground. He said it lit up the sky.
Ah, okay.
And I'm like, well, it was pretty far away from all of us. You know, we really can't make a good determination, but there's that chance, you know. And
well, for about the last 35 minutes, we've been tracking this with a telescope, and it's moving in a set arc, you know, which would be with the rotation.
okay.
It's a planet. Which one, God only knows, but it's a planet. It's not a star.
Well, we were all excited.
Oh, I know I was too. I think, oh, Lord.
That's something.
Good afternoon, with 127 Heavy, final 230.
127 Heavy Boston, sir. Good afternoon. Just verify you have the Norwich 2 around with Boston.
Hey, son.
Roger.
Center is Sister 127.
Sister 127, go ahead.
Yes, sir. I don't know what it was, but it just overflew like a couple of 100 feet above us, and it I don't know if it was a rocket or whatever, but incredibly fast, opposite direction.
In the opposite direction?
Yes, sir. And the time was 2107. It was too fast to be an airplane.
Okay, thank you. Eastern 986 Boston Center. Center maintain flight level 180.
180, yes, sir. 986.
180,
Houston 986. You see anything like a missile in your area, perhaps off to your right? Take a good look, but I don't think. If it's going that fast, I probably won't get a chance. We just saw Swift there go by a little bit ago. Okay, thanks.
Muskegon. Hi, Muskegon. This is Ottawa County 911 calling.
Yeah, how you doing?
Good. You guys have access to a radar there, don't you?
Yes, we do.
You do. You getting anything weird down in the southern Ottawa County area?
Anything weird? Hold on for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, 84th and Garfield. Out of Chicago. That's track radar. Nothing more than the usual ground fire we get right there. Let me get on closer range.
Okay, the reason I ask is we're getting a whole bunch of calls of some strange lights in the southern Ottawa, northern Allegan County, right near Holland City area.
Strange light?
Yeah. Such as we've had about 60 UFO calls.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. I'm sitting here going, no, come on. There's got to be something more to this.
Yeah. Well, I have to call a UFO reporting center then about this.
But it's just, we've had a couple of them, and we got an officer out there right now, and he says the only thing he sees right now is a tower. What they had done is replace their lights. They were on steady before, now they're on an alternating blinking pattern. That's what he's writing it off to, but a couple of our people, or the citizens, are saying, well, yeah, but they seem to be moving. Well, are you standing in the same spot you were before? No. Well, that would make a move to me, I mean, you're standing on one side of your house, you go to the other, they're going to be in a different location. So I was just kind of curious if you noticed anything or anything on there at all.
I'm looking at it in the vertical now, and I'm not really, let's see, wait a minute, there's something right there. Okay, let's see what that is. Looks like, there's a large return down there. Let's see, that looks like, it's up about maybe, disappeared, but it was up about 6,000 feet and about, could have been a plane, I don't know, but it was pretty big. Wait a minute.
We're getting a bunch of weird ones out there, and like I say, now it's starting to, appears to be moving a little bit south.
Yeah, okay, well, move, let's see. Yeah, there's something big down there. Wait a minute, that's really strange. I get it down at, I'm getting it down around South Bend. No, wait a minute, I'm sorry. I looked at the wrong graph. Let's see.
Really strange.
If I can find the right overlay, I can say exactly what I'm saying. It's moving. I can see it moving, and it's just moved about, well, let me get the range through. Let's see. It looks like it's around 82 kilometers from me. It puts it down about, right down at the, right down near South Haven.
Okay, this would be north of this.
And
right at the Allegan, Ottawa County line.
Okay, now I lost it. Yeah, oh, there it goes. Okay, it's moving. It's moving towards the west-southwest. It looks like a big blob.
Yeah, that's the way it was explained to us.
And it's not, I think it's almost off the scope. Let me go to another.
Hey, this is weird.
Let's go to another, let's see. It looks like it's fizzled out. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, it was up about 6,000 12,000 feet or so. And unless that was a... really? Seeing it. Okay. And I can't... It disappears. It's moving because...
One pass is here, the next pass is gone.
Yeah. Well, I got it on manual now. I'm just kind of I'm continuously radiating on it, and looks like it's steady right now. It's gone up. I'm getting it now at about 12,000 feet. And it's a pretty strong return. But yeah, I've never seen. Now I'm getting multiple returns.
One of the people that called that I had happened to talk to said it looked like a bunch of cylindrical objects.
Oh my God! What is that?
They were going together and coming apart.
Yeah, there's three, and they're lengthwise. Now I'm getting three of them, and I'm getting a third one now, and they're separated by about looks like about 5,000 feet in height, and about maybe
an officer just sent me a message here. He says
about maybe they're separated by about 50 kilometers. Yeah, and they're very strong returns. I'm getting a real they're spiking, so there's something pretty solid. It's not precipitation or anything, especially up at that height.
Yeah, an officer in the Holland City just sent me a message. He says, can we identify anything further? He says, looks like 3 to 4 of them.
I'm seeing three, and they're separated by, they look like a triangle on my scope. I'm looking one around down by, let's see, I'm seeing one down near South Haven. I'm seeing another one over Lake Michigan about northwest of Benton Harbor, and another one over, west of or east of Benton Harbor, which would be near, looks like Decatur. I'm seeing 3 of those. They're very strong. Now I'm getting another one down in Berrien County. These are huge returns. I've never seen anything like this. Not even when I'm doing storms. These aren't storms. They're just popping up all over the place.
This is strange, yeah, because the officer says it's green and red lights. It does not look like an airplane. Okay. They come together and then they separate, and they just keep doing this all the time.
And you're seeing that? Yeah, I'm seeing 3 returns. They've moved positions now. South Haven, looks like, shed more light. South Haven. Okay, that one over by South Haven just zoomed over to the northwest by about, now they changed positions again. One about 20 miles west of South Haven. Another one just above, looks like the Coloma, and the other one is just off the coast of Benton Harbor.
Oh, this is weird.
Okay, now that one near South Haven has moved. It's moving further out into Lake Michigan. I'm getting them up. Okay, it popped for one. Now I'm getting 4. No? Yeah, I got 4 for a while. And I'm getting another one way down I did for a little while. These are all up around about between 7,000 and 12,000 feet.
Oh, this is strange. This is really weird.
Yeah, I don't know if it's some kind of energy or the radar is picking up something.
It's a Union 22.
I wish we had a picture of this. But,
to find out exactly where he sees them once. Union 22, you guys objects sitting south of you yet or right overhead?
One that's our southwest from 16th and Country Club area.
Yeah, this is southwest of Holland City. So that could be that one by Benton Harbor if it's up that high. This is really weird.
yeah, I was getting 4. Okay, now they've moved position again. And I'm sweeping it back and forth in kind of like a triangle, just back and forth from where the beam is spotted towards Chicago, then I sweep it back toward maybe Fort Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
And each sweep, they'll be in the same position, and then all of a sudden they'll pop up somewhere else. So it's instantaneously moving, and I'm getting about between 3 and 4 returns. And they look like, sweeping in the vertical, they look like very strong spikes. I'm getting, it's really weird. So I don't know if I'm, these are bigger than planes. Usually a plane will pick up as a little pinpoint, but these are about, on my radar scope, these are about the size of maybe, looks like a half centimeter across.
Okay, I want to try Grand Rapids ones here too and see if they've got anything that they're aware of once too.
And they look like they're all moving to the south, towards Chicago. There's 3 returns moving towards Chicago. They're about over center of Lake Michigan, 3 of them in a triangle, and they're about the real southern part of Lake Michigan, probably just off the coast of Berrien County.
Okay.
Just northeast of Chicago.
All right, I will give them a shot and see what I can locate from them.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Center Dispatch?
Yeah, this is the National Weather Service in Muskegon. I was calling to make sure that the person that called me was really a sheriff from out of a county and not a Holt.
He was one of our dispatchers.
Oh, okay. Calling about the...
Right, we've been chasing them all over down that way.
Pardon?
We've been chasing lights down all over down that way.
So what really is going on?
We don't know. I still got a car out in the area.
Really? Can you hold on for a second?
Sure.
All right.
Did Ken fill you in on the weather service at all, Jim?
Hello?
Hi.
Yeah, okay. So what were these things what do they look like?
I don't know. We got a report of something going through the air with lights on it horizontally, 3 to 4 lights, going at a high rate of speed, up and down and all over the sky. Now that we've had 5 or 6 calls, right, and they've all been in the South Holland area.
South Holland?
Yep, from South Holland down to Overijssel, down in that area.
Overijssel, right. And what color the light?
And they've all been in the South Holland area.
South Holland.
Yep, from South.
Well, I did pick up. I picked up about 3 to 4 blips, and they were big. They weren't planes because planes usually show up like a little pinpoint that moves through on the scope. But these were bigger. These were about the size of half a thumbnail on the scope, and they were up about between 5,000 and 12,000 feet, and they had real strong returns with them. And there were 3 of them. They bounce all over the place, but the general movement of all 3 of them were towards Chicago. I pretty much gave up looking at them when it reached just southern Lake Michigan, right towards as it was moving towards Chicago.
Okay.
So I did see something, and I've never seen anything like that before. I don't know, if it's some kind of an atmospheric phenomenon. I hear they have. I hear the Northern Lights is going on. I got a call from Manson saying that the Northern Lights are really dancing around, really bright.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, they're speeding. I think it seems to me like the last one I said it was moving like to the southeast from Holland towards Allegan County.
To the southeast. Okay.
Southwest. I'm sorry.
Southwest towards Chicago. Okay, that's
talking about towards Chicago.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing them actually move towards Chicago.
Great.
I wish we had a recording of what I could see.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they are. There's some blips showing up on the computer part, and this is being recorded. So there is going to be a recording of it. So if they can, you might be able to see a movement on this if we can play this back. So.
Okay. All right. Well, if we get any more, we'll let you know also.
Okay. Let me. Yeah, please do.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
What did he find out there to the west?
He lost his contact.
Maysack? Yes, sir. This message Triple, I'm on with you. Right. The man just went to get the tower boy there so he had somebody to confirm his story.
Tell Savannah State to record on. They are. They got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay.
Report on. Look to the north of us, there's one coming pretty fast. You can see his movement. And he's coming from north to south. North to south? Right. North to south at this time from Edwards? Right. He's blinking red.
I have another red light and green light combination in sight moving very rapidly over the idea at this time. I'm going to check with my RAPCON to see if they have any movement in that area.
Xxxx, huh?
ASO lads here. Say, have you all had any reports of unknown flying objects over there?
No, we haven't.
Oh, okay, we're wondering. We supposedly are having quite an invasion over here.
What area? In our area?
No, it's over around Victorville and Edwards there. I was wondering if any of your sites or any of your bunches over there have called anything in.
No.
Okay, fine. Thank you much.
Right. 4 of them in that B.
Yes, sir.
3 on the bottom side, 2 up.
Yes, sir. Count that. Well, there's 4 altogether.
Right.
There's 2 in a line, and then there's 3 in a line.
Yeah.
The 3 in a line would run westward, and the other one would run up parallel with the bright one.
Yeah, right.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's the one I saw. Okay.
Would you do us a favor? Can you report? We're looking for about 7 UFOs.
Well, maybe.
Here in so far, there are about 7 of them. They're red, white, and green flashing lights. They have been sighted visually. And they're climbing now. And we wonder if you're picking them. We're trying to get a cross-section here. They're red, that's being also the 2 towers, Church Tower. Also, on Edwards Tower.
Huh? Wait, describe it for me.
Yeah, okay. Here's, I want you to look at through the glasses, and at first appearance it looked just like a star.
Yeah.
And then it started it, it was white and green. It's flashing white and green, and on what appears might be the bottom. At first appearance, it looked just like a star. Yeah. I mean, they're not. It's not intermittent flashing. It appears to be space. I see. In other words, the light fades in and out. Rather than a definite flash. It's a definite flashing, similar to what aircraft anti-collision lights would do. Oh, yeah. But it definitely isn't moving fast flag or constant enough to be an aircraft. Well, let's look at how many around here. Let's see if we can dig up something. And it's definitely changes color from white to red, or white to green, and red. The red flash is strong enough to block out the rest of it to the naked eye. So it appears to be white from white to green to red. Can you hear any form out of the thing, what it looks like? I haven't checked it. It appears to move a lot closer to it. I haven't checked it with the glasses. Painting over Edwards at 11.5. Edwards is observing them from the ground. Two towers observing them, and we're carrying height and radar. They're flashing white, green, and red. And we have a track on them, Kilo 157. They're heading west. They're at this time approximately 20 miles west of Edwards. At 11.5, there was we talked to Center. They didn't have anything on it, but heading west the area at 14 grand. And he had no joy on them. Center queried the bird. Let's see, I'm holding them now with the bird that flew through the area, 50 miles west of Edwards. 50 west? Yeah. Now, talk to the sergeant, the UFO people at Edwards. The first place I should tell you that Norton UFO referred this back to Edwards as being in their area. There's a lieutenant is the UFO responsible officer in bed, 3 miles away. The sergeant doesn't have any authority except just to report to us. They haven't requested a scramble or anything. My question would be then, do you want us to shake this lieutenant out of the pad and see if he wants to request? Edwards said they had no capability base ops going up and looking. Now we're painting them out there and everybody's seeing it. So, do you think we ought to check this lieutenant out of the pad and see if he wants to request we go up and take a look? It might be... Well, they haven't raised him yet, They haven't called him? Well, I told him to hold off until I talk to you. The sergeant's reluctant to call him until he feels like he needs to, because it's being 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. If you have such a good trace and everything on him, I think it would be worthwhile if you give him a call. Yeah, that's my feeling, too. Right. And then if he... Especially in that area, if he should request a scramble, would you probably take one of the guard birds, deuces up, that thing? Yeah, that should be okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Sir? Yes. All they give in here is Special 13 for unsafe targets. Okay, let's put a Special 13 in on 157. Oh, 157. All good, sir? Right, thank you. This is the SD. We're making Kilo 157 a Special 13, which is the classification for unsafe target. This is the tower at Edwards. We have an object now over the field. He is right over the field, right over Edwards, moving southward fairly rapidly. And this thing also has, I can make out red and white flashing lights. And the captain at Step 1 has confirmed this. He can also see this. He can also see this. Yeah, this is Headway SD Tech. These 3 UFOs you got generated. Right. Can I talk to Chief Control? Nora doesn't want them. Don't tell them they'll live unless something drastic happens. Okay, you don't want to tell them. Well, keep them in the computer, like you have now, John Boss.
And if anything, anything comes of this, then coordinate with us. I mean, I don't know what else we can do.
Yeah, well, they are scrambling their UFO officer out of the pad. And I talked to, I don't know who's making the decisions. I talked to Major Healy over at Hamilton.
Yeah.
And if they requested a bird to go up and take a look, we were going to send our Alpha Limas up from Edwards.
Yeah.
Who's making the decision, Major Healy or you people up there?
No, I think the decision still come from 28.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll just continue with what we're doing then.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, real fast.
Right. Good, sir.
Hey, what's up?
Is Senior Director between? This is Major Struble.
Yes, sir. Cam down, Edwards.
Yeah, you're a UFO officer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I've coordinated with my people at the next level, and they're willing to let a bird go, take a look. We got the 106 available.
Right. The directive I have says only that if it's within the existing policy to go ahead and do it. So it depends on your policy. As far as I'm concerned, it would be a good idea.
Well, actually, the way I coordinated it with my people is we're standing by for your request.
Okay. So that's fine. And then you have my request.
Okay, let me get you the spelling of your name for my log. Captain what?
Edwards, B-A-L.
B-A-L-E-N-T. Okay, and you're UFO officer at Edwards?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I guess somebody has the number to reach you back.
Right, sir.
I'll re-coordinate this now because it's been some time.
All right.
But we do have live data on them.
Okay.
We should be able to pick them up all right. So I'll get in touch.
Fine.
Roger.
I'll wait for your call.
Right, thank you.
Hello, this is Captain Clark, Alpha Lima.
Okay, Captain Clark, Lieutenant Reed.
Yeah.
We have some confirmed reports of some unidentified flying objects in your area.
Okay.
Approximately 6 or more from Edwards. They're just south of Victorville. And we'd like to use, we have information from 28th. We also have some height find cups on them anywhere from 3,000 up to 13. They're moving slowly and climbing slowly. They're red, white, and green flashing lights. And they have been confirmed on radar.
I see.
We can't use one of your alert birds, but do you have another 106?
Well, that's all we have.
That's all you have.
That's all we have is the 6 on alert.
Okay, just a moment. I'll let you speak to the senior director. Maybe I can go ahead and use one of your alert birds. They can't establish what these things are.
Yeah.
Just a second. Yes. Okay, so they're still trying to decide here what to do. You say you might have one?
Well, Sergeant McClary said we had one on greater than 1 hour, but I believe that's just because we don't have a pilot here for it.
Oh, I see.
But I'm pretty sure they're all uploaded.
Yeah.
He's checking that out with the ground crew now.
Okay.
If they do have that downloaded, then we could take one. If not, then we'd have to have an authentication on the scramble with the weapon board.
Yeah. Okay, Major Struble just wanted us to call you, the SD here, and let you know. And I'll tell you, I'll call you back in a minute, or in a few minutes.
Okay.
How can I reach you?
Just call the hot room again.
Okay.
And they'll get back to you in a bit.
Okay, thank you. I have another call coming in now.
Right.
Okay, sir. Sierra Romeo. Here's Mike go.
28th, you control it?
Yeah, Major Healy. Right. Oh, yeah, Major Struble here, lads. Okay, they've finally gotten Captain Bellent, UFO officer at Edwards, lieutenant, and he said yes, he would like to have a look. We're getting plenty of live data as well as visuals on these things about 40 miles south of Edwards, several of them running in the
altitude, the ones we're measuring, from 4.5 to 6,600. 4.5 to 6.6, 4.5 to 6.5 grand. Yeah. And we have a non-loaded Det 1. I think it was it Det 1 or Alpha Lima that was available? Reed? Is that Reed? Was it Det 1 or Alpha Lima? Alpha Lima at non-alert bird that they could get one of their pilots in about 15 minutes. They could? Yes. Okay. So we'll go ahead and take a look then, right? Yeah, you go ahead and use them, and be careful of low altitudes down there around the hills and all that stuff. Yeah, right. Okay, we'll take a look at this. How many are you painting now? The varying reports come in. We have a conference going with Edwards Tower and Pedro and Bois on height, and it seems to be about 3, and they're in the azimuth roughly from 150 to 120 and 40 miles from Edwards. I see. Yeah, which puts it pretty close to us, but we've had people up on the roof looking. I think one of our people had some off on them, but there are a number of people have had visuals on them. I see. Has, say, Edwards Tower or any of the tower people picked them up visually? Yes, they've been watching it for over an hour. Yeah. Okay, I think it might be worth a try. Okay, well, we'll get this guy out of the pad and run him up. It'll probably be a half hour before he can get there. Okay, use caution. Oh, Roger. Okay, right. How's Forecatcher? All right, Forecatcher, this is Clean WD3. I'm getting some reports for Edwards Tower, Victorville Tower, and some of our radar sites about some UFOs. Are you launching any balloons out of Edwards? Any balloons? Yeah. None that I know of. I see. Well, does Edwards have Edwards don't have a Raven sign unit to send up. So I doubt if they lynch anything, they wouldn't have no reason to. They wouldn't have any reason to send balloons. Not the weather section anyway. Out of Edwards, huh? No. I see. Unidentified flying saucers? Objects. Show here. No, they have no reason to launch any weather balloons. Lad? Roger. Sergeant Earl, Edwards Control Tower again. The UFOB officer from Edwards has just confirmed this one. Over the field, he has seen this one. The captain at F1 has seen this one. I have seen it, and the UFOB officer said it appears to be an aircraft to him. It does not appear so to me. It appears to be an aircraft? He says it appears to be an aircraft. Approach control has nothing on any aircraft. It is moving too slow to be at that altitude. The captain said that was, he doesn't seem to think it's an aircraft either because of the light situation. Yeah, there's only 2 lights, a white and a red. I see no green. The UFOB officer saw this one. He thinks it's an airplane. I do not. I don't either. Captain Clark? Yes. Lieutenant 6, WD here. Yeah. I see. What do you think of it? Well, I'll tell you, when I first saw the thing, it was approaching the base from the north, and it looked like a fairly low altitude, probably 10,000 feet. And I got a good look at it with the binoculars. It seemed to be pushing a little cloud in front of it. And I thought, well, first, it looks like a routine beacon hitting a cloud. Yes. And, but it just stayed right with it. And then it turned a little bit more westerly and gained a tremendous amount of altitude. Man? Yeah. Roger. This is Sergeant Earl in control with our tower observation on that last one that reported all over Edwards. Right. It is almost invisible now. With the naked eye. Do you have any others visible around the area? Yes, sir. I still have the original one. He has moved now to approximately 145 degrees
I see. And estimated 40 miles and very, very high now.
ASF between?
Right, Phoenix AST.
Roger. I understand you got some U-Pods.
Roger.
Whereabouts are they?
Edwards, Victorville area.
Oh, I see. Well, I thought maybe they were closer to us.
No, afraid not.
I got word you were using Vegas or something.
Roger, we've got Vegas on eliminate here.
Well, what information have you got on them?
Not very much, except they're flashing green, red, and white. Or green, red, and blue or something.
How many is supposed to be?
I don't know what the latest count is. It's getting pretty good.
Of course, around Edwards, you'll ought to see most anything.
Yeah. So anyway, we're about to scramble a bird off on them, so if we could keep Vegas' data, we would appreciate it much.
Oh, okay.
Roger.
I'll stick it in.
Echo Mike. Now, Phoenix would like you to pass the tracks to them. All right, sir. You mean our zero velocities, all the ones we have recorded? Yeah, just let them tell them Phoenix, because if we should crumple and they had to take the interceptor, they'd have the tracks. Okay, sir, we'll have them switched in. Roger. Right. Release. Does it make any sense to you what it could possibly be? No, we're in as much as dark night as you are. We process these every now and then. Yeah. Okay, I'll get the thing going anyway. Okay, key off right here now. Thanks a lot. Alpha Fox here. Sure. San Pedro is painting them. 3 targets, and they're all 3 around 9,006. San Pedro's picking them up at 9,000. Roger. What about Boron? Boron, we're working with them to see if we can get them on them now. That's those 3 little dots out there, and I'll say that there are 3 definite objects. It is not weather, it's not clutter. They see the objects, but they don't see, they're not aircraft. No, they can't tell what they are. Scramble on. You gotta scramble on, huh? I'm curious to find out what the hell they are. Yeah, I am too. And you'd be within your rights to scramble them, wouldn't you? I don't know. You have to meet us too, I guess. Well, I have to see what they want to do. They're not moving hard at all. They watched them for 30 minutes, and they didn't move at all, and all of a sudden, boom. Really? Where are they? Don't know. Little green men. Nobody has ever intercepted these things yet? They're calling a pilot in from home. You're sorry. They need a special pilot for these? Well, here's the whole thing. He said, see the senior director up here. I think you want to turn up any alert planes. See, all the alert planes are hot, and they don't want to turn them up. I guess those things turn hostile because they haven't done anything yet. Yeah. Well, it's interesting to see what's going to happen when he goes up. Yeah. Takes a look at them. There's 9 of them now? 12. I just can't recognize it. These babies should multiply, don't they? Yeah. Alpha Lima. Roger, between WDTX 3. Alpha Lima 01, getting close. He's cranked up, but I think we hit a snag here. Oh, goodness. We're checking on it right now. I'll let you know. Oh, okay, right. Just stem on. Okay. All of them appear now that the red light has stopped, and they all appear to be gaining altitude rapidly. Is that right? That's right. I'll go out and watch that bright when it gets down. Okay, sir. There's 3 more of them, well south and dim. Okay. And I still see a red light occasionally out of one of them. Where are they from that big bright one? Beneath them and just a little bit south. And there's 3 of them almost in a straight line. Almost horizontal. I see. And I still see a red light occasionally from those, but not from the big one. Yeah. Many Thompson boys been observing this with me all night here. Let me get him back on, see if he's getting the same impression from it I'm getting. Roger. I don't like to be the only one saying these type things. Man. Roger. This is Sergeant Charles again. Base ops confirms what I'm seeing. They are all rising. And there's a weatherman in base ops that has been observing these things all night with me, and he's been using reference points to try to judge if they were moving. Right. And he confirmed that they are very much higher now than they were. They are definitely going up.
Do you have any estimate on the altitude now?
I'd hate to venture a guess. I would say something like maybe 30,000, 40,000, but now this is strictly way out yonder type, off the eyeball guess.
None of them are at low altitude anymore then?
No, sir, I wouldn't say. No, not nearly what they were. At first sighting on that one, I would have judged his altitude to be no more than at the most 5,000 feet.
These visual reports have had them anywhere all the way up to 30 and 40 grand. Still very accurate. We get height on the same track at 6,000. Anywhere all the way up. These are tower guys. Oh yeah, they admit it. In fact, one guy says, I don't like to be the only guy that sees this stuff. So he lets it get somebody else. Now they've got a weatherman out there looking at them. They've got the tower people looking at them, and March Approach has them on radar. And Pedro and Boron.
Roger, this is the plane again, WDT from Tech 3. Listen, on this bird is taking off. Is that a hot bird, right?
No, he's cold.
Yeah, he's cold and he's not loaded, right?
No, he's not loaded. All of us up there.
Okay, is he aware of now what he's going to be doing and everything? How pleased is he?
He didn't say too much.
Yeah. 236. Okay, Edwards Tower?
Yes, sir.
WD. Okay, Alpha 01 is now bearing about 195 for 15.
I have him in sight.
You have him in sight?
Yes.
Edwards, do you still have any of these U-Fox in sight?
Yes.
Okay, Tower, pick out one you want us to intercept, and we'll take a 01 in on him.
Have him proceed.
Okay.
He appears to be going north now. Have him come right down the runway. 04.
South Lima 01, would you turn your running lights on? Roger 01, turn your lights on.
I'm sorry.
Roger. South Lima 01, starboard 360.
Turn that one, please.
Roger.
360.
Roger. Roger. South Lima 01, starboard 040.
Okay, 01 is coming down to 040 runway.
Okay. Have him go right over our rocket site. Start a slow right turn right over the rocket site. Okay, he's turning now. Hold that.
Okay, how's he looking now? He's starboard to 12.
Hold that.
Hold that, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay, could you, what's the blip in relation to him? 12 o'clock?
About, have him more right. Could you have him, the best reference I'm going to be able to give him is have him come back over Edwards and line up with the runway again.
Ground observer request you fly down the 040 runway.
The runway.
Roger. Alpha Lima 01, when you reach the end of the runway, starboard 090 at the end of the runway.
Departure end or departure end?
01, you should hold a one blip now. One target on your right, one on your left. Stand by for range. Still negative range on the targets.
All right, one on the left. Contact, stand by one, have possible contact at, right at about, possible contact right over about 10 right at 20.
Roger, pursuit toward the target.
Roger.
Roger. You hold that target, approximately 5 left at 17. Range now 15.
All contacts on my target now, and no time at home. This object, I'd like to try and get it out all if it's out here.
Roger, should be approximately, there was approximately 5 to 7 objects, green, red, and white flashing lights. They are quickly moving. It would be stationary for some time, then quickly move straight up.
All contacts on my target now, and no time at home.
Roger, we had a possible radar contact now, range of 3 miles. We're losing contact with that now. Starboard 050.
050. For sure not.
Now 01 on setting. Should pass over Edwards Tower.
Heading 09. Thanks, Edwards, from here.
Target is
2 miles.
I have a telephone on a flashing target about this position.
Roger, could you check this target out?
contact?
I still have a contact out there.
Oh, you do? Visual?
Yes?
Is it one of these objects? Does it look the same as the rest of them?
No, this one just appears right now.
Yeah, he says he's got a contact, 12 o'clock 16.
That's it.
Okay, Pedro.
Right.
Turn your height finder 7 degrees ahead of him.
Hey, Tower?
Yes.
How's he looking now? Is he headed for anything?
Looks pretty good. It looks good.
Yeah, the blips merging?
Yes, he's converging on it. They are converging. He seems to be maybe just a little bit south of it. Left turn, slow left turn. He's low and left. That thing is rising.
Tower, how's things look now?
He's low. Look, search high. He doesn't search high. Search very high. The thing is rising. It's rising rapidly.
It looks like it's right above him from the tower now.
It looks almost directly above him and rising.
Okay,
Pedro, come back to the interceptor.
You're in the general vicinity now. It looks much higher.
Okay, Alpha Lima's going to climb to 40,000.
No contact at 030. Hold 030. Search 15 degrees either side, 030.
Okay.
Okay, Tower, turning Alpha Lima 01, port to 250. Should bring him straight in over the top of you.
Over the top of us again? Intercept still holding 25,000.
Right, and
0,000 now.
Second?
He's climbing.
Climbing? Okay.
he's climbing to 40,000.
One of the objects is to his right and low.
To his right and low.
Search visually, right and low.
Pedro search. Mark that spot. Check 5 degrees either side of that certain height finder. And look high and low.
Okay, have him come right, have him line up with my runway 04. Have him go on a right turn and roll out 040 and bring him right down my runway.
You want to do what now?
Right turn and roll out 040. Come right down my runway.
Okay, you realize his turn radius up there is about 20 miles.
That put him to the north of him when he comes around.
Gotcha, okay.
Okay, put him starboard turn 040.
01 turning starboard 040.
Roger.
That should bring him in quite a ways north of you.
Yes, he will. We'll probably lose him when he goes over the tower and have to catch him on the side.
I've got a possible contact on search radar bearing you from your station 075 for 10.
075 at 10.
Anything out there?
I have one at 075. I couldn't say the distance.
Right.
And high. What heading's the interceptor on now?
He's on a 080 heading.
Okay, hold that.
Right, how's he lining up?
Looks pretty good.
Luminous object 12 o'clock?
Should be 12 o'clock. 20 degrees. Port and high.
050.
He appears he's way low.
Way low?
Yes.
We're at 40,000 feet.
Still low.
Search high.
I would say he was about under it now.
But he should be under it now. Or he could be. Did he pass under target at this time?
Yes, about the time I said mark, he appeared that he was almost under it.
Okay, mark that spot there. Pedro?
Right.
Okay, search 10 degrees either side.
All 01 reports is one great big bright shiny star.
Yeah. That's what it appears like from the tower now. It has that appearance here now. It is much, much higher than when we first observed it.
If it's that much higher, we're not going to see it on the search radar.
I suspect it's over your radar now.
Is that in the area of this target you're searching?
Right. This is the search, the PPI.
That is the PPI search area.
The interceptor in it.
Hey, Tower?
Yes, sir.
Have you got anything else to say?
No, sir, just those two that we tried on there, and he appeared from the tower to pass way beneath it.
Edwards,
Yes, sir.
is there one about southeast of you, about 3 miles at this time?
Southeast at 3?
Right.
Yeah, southeast, much closer. We've got a possible contact there on something.
Just a moment, I see something. Let us hold my glasses on.
Hey, 120.
Sir, I hate to be an optimist, but that fighter looks like he's going someplace. Pedro?
Right.
Right, did you find anything back in that search area I gave you?
Negative.
Nothing.
I don't have any contact in here. I have him, but I don't have anything.
Okay, you lost all your other visual contacts on these things?
Yes.
Okay, we'll cover off Lima 01 then. Well, it's satisfied curiosity anyway.
Yes, I don't have another one in sight. Anyway,
You've lost them all, huh?
sir, I don't have one of it.
01 says he saw some reflections off the ground that appear to be flashing.
Reflections off the ground, it appears to be flashing.
Right, off the lake bed.
I don't know what that means. My beacon.
No, he knows the beacons. Okay, fine. Might as well key off and break this line down then. We'll see you tomorrow night.
False surveillance, sir. Going to debrief Alpha Lima.
Yeah, I've been listening in the air here on my IND monitor.
Yeah. You going to debrief him when he lands?
Probably will.
What supervisor?
Between Deputy 3, you wanted to know our results of Alpha Lima 01?
Yeah.
Negative.
Negative results, huh?
Yeah, we picked up a low-flying aircraft, a few ground targets, and things like that. So he went through at 15, 25, and 40,000 feet on these visual objects, and supposedly flew right under it according to ground observations, visual observations, and pilot reported nothing flying underneath it.
Okay, well, thanks very much. That's kind of interesting anyway.
Yeah, it is. We're as curious as you are.
Yeah.
I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, I guess not. Okay, well, thanks for calling.
Right.
Yeah, Chief.
Papa Fox.
Yes. One of the telephone people that work here knew about this deal last night. He was reading about the UFO report. And he said, well, this fellow went into a restaurant in Lancaster this morning, and apparently he knew the waitress in there, and he hadn't mentioned anything at all about this UFO thing. And she was telling him about a guy that came in there last night all shook up. Said he was on the highway between Victorville and Lancaster. It's roughly about 20 miles east of Palmdale here on 138. And he said this bright red object, he saw it kind of hovering. All of a sudden it made a pass right down over his car and right across the highway, and said it paralleled the highway for quite a while, and then just took off, and it like scared him to death. He thought it was going to hit the car.
Holy mackerel.
Well,
he was a telephone man, you say?
No,
one of the telephone men overheard him.
No, the telephone man was talking to this waitress in the restaurant this morning about 6 o'clock over in Lancaster.
Yeah.
Now, I've got the telephone man's name here.
What supervisor and the chief director? We have the UFO information dispatcher at Base Operations Norton on also. He's listening to you now.
Oh, good. Then he needs this more than I do.
Is this the watch supervisor?
Yes, this is the watch supervisor at Los Angeles Center.
Lancaster. Hello.
Yeah.
If this is the Lancaster area, we're supposed to refer to the nearest base where this sighting occurred, which would be Edwards or George.
Okay, well, you won't need this report then.
Well, that's the way we have it written up as an SOP. The
supposed to determine the location where the sighting took place. And,
okay, well, you won't need this report then.
The party. Well, that's the way we have it written up there. It's not so free. We're supposed to determine the location where the sighting took place.
Okay, well, you won't need this report then.
Party. Well, that's the way we have it written up there. It's not so free. We're supposed to determine the location where the sighting took place.
Yes, this is on the north side of the mountain. I'll be glad to pass it on to Edwards. I was just getting...
I can give you the name of the UFO officer at Edwards. I have it on my report here. Let's see. It's Captain... wait till I find the damn thing. What's that captain's name at Edwards?
No, that's okay. Do you want it there at the WD position for your report or not?
No, I won't need it here, but Captain Bilent at Edwards, base ops.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll give it to you.
He'd be collecting all of the data.
Yeah, okay.
And I think it's a real interesting thing. I think he probably would want to have it.
Yeah, I'll pass it on.
All right, fine. Thank you.
You bet. Chief.
Okay, what, Supervisor?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Edwards.
Okay.
Tower Delta 164.
164.
Hey, do you see something over the, looking like a guy on a paraglider almost over the approach, or the threshold of 22 right?
And so am I.
54619. There's a green AMB building, at least from our perspective, northbound. Now in SO6. Throw down the human. I guess is it a...
Right, position and hold.
8019, the last report we had was on a
2.
2 to right and 7.
Right, Julio, short of
Turn in.
not a problem. Head north, out of below 5, PD 18.
Alright, dude, no kidding. I just flew over on bullseye 008 for 20. I had a radar hit, and it was swinging. It looked like 30 knots. There was something there. It looked like it didn't look like a bird. It looked like, no kidding, a rock to me. I keep you negative. I have no idea what it was, but basically, just heads up, try to stay away from 17,000, keep your nugget on a swivel. I have no idea what it was. I'm going to use my radar to see if I can pick this object up again. I picked it up twice. The first time I picked it up, my radar broke lock, so I thought it was just some kind of bad lock or potential chaff. And I'm going to turn back towards the north just a little bit.
Fuel pickup trail.
In fact, I'm going to start coming back towards the west this far. I think it was 004 for about 20. I've got it again. It's at 17.7. 3 miles off my nose is 17.7. I'm flying that way now. I'm going to slow down. I'm not going to get below 300 knots, but back towards you, dude. I can't tell. Some small, very small black object. I had it at 17.7. He just flew right. It just flew right over me.
Confirm the object appears stationary.
Well, I couldn't tell because it was just moving so slow. I think it's moving at about 30 knots.
You're 80 knots.
Yeah, my radar showed between 30 and 60, so I have no idea what it's actually doing. But it went from 17 the first time I saw it to 17.7, so it's not falling. I don't think it was a bird.
Or locking it with auto guns.
What's that?
Are you taking a manual lock or is it an auto gun lock?
I'm getting with auto guns every time. Putting it at bullseye 009 for 15. I'm showing, again, basically no airspeed on it.
Two's clean.
Say again?
Two's clean. Two's locked. Bullseye 012, 15, 18,000.
Alright, I'm up slightly here. I want to try to look at it and then you follow in behind me if you can.
Alright, 15,000.
Dude, I have no idea what that is. But it just passed over me. I've got it at 17,000 feet, 8 miles off my nose. Bullseye 049 for 20. 17,000, I'm going to get down to 16.5. It's 2.5 miles off my nose right now. 17,000 feet. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to slow down as much as you are. Maybe you can slow down just a little bit more and get a better look.
Copy.
I'm at 220 knots now maneuvering.
Copy, confirm you've merged with it.
I am about to merge right now. I'm seeing him overhead me now. And I'm going to get my airspeed back before I maneuver. Are you locked or clean?
No joy, approaching line abreast with you. 2,000 feet high, 18.5.
Cover that, I'm in an easy right-hand turn. You said you're at 18?
Yeah, climb back up to 19.5 now. You're 6 o'clock for about 3 miles.
Cover that.
If we are well clear, I will descend at this time. Ox, are we clear of the deposit?
I'm not sure. Again, it stayed between 17 and 18, so I believe I'm in the vicinity, but I'm not 100% positive. One's flying. I have visual now. I'm going to fly underneath you.
Copy. I saw it that time. I could not make out what it was.
You did see it?
Confirm.
I don't want to circle back around. Well, hopefully we'll be able to see it through the HUD.
If we got somebody else out here with us.
Yeah, I see him. Dude, did you see anything?
Negative.
Unknown rider, bearing 167 for 26 from the San Clemente TACAN. Not squawking. Bearing heading 052, 76 knots. This is Bigfoot on AITC and guard, Navy Common, Coast Guard Common. Squawk all modes and codes, ident and contact ATC, authenticate, Bravo Tango. Unknown rider, at position 3238 north, 11831 west, bearing 160 for 24 from the San Clemente TACAN, heading 051 for 63 knots. This is Bigfoot on AITC and guard, Navy Common, Coast Guard Common, squawk all modes and codes, ident and contact ATC, authenticate Tango Kilo.
Capable to sit nearby a radio whenever you're ready. We'll keep her running. If it starts up again, just key up and we'll record a little bit of it. Just didn't want you to think we all had a screw loose. Down, water. All go to bed. Yes, all it is now is just an orange glow. That's all I can see. That's all you can see from that? You guys still watching on the other side of the river there? Yes, sir. Just an orange glow. Where did it go to? Up to the river or what? Like the sun just coming up. Better not be. It's awful early. Awful early for the sun paper, Joe. I don't think the sun would just be in that one spot. I meant the glow, which we can see now, looks like the breaking of the sun. Oh, yeah, right. Okay, I'm going to be 10-7. I'm going into J's here. I don't know, I'm chicken or just smart. The latter, you're probably a lot smarter than we are there, kid. Okay, we'll catch you later. I think it's moving out, you guys. Oh, we'll watch it. We moved up to a higher.
100 vantage point, so you tell us what it... Well, listen, I think it's moving out, you guys. I don't want to watch it. We moved up to a higher vantage point, so you tell us what it... Well, listen, I think it's moving out, you guys. I don't want to watch it. We moved up to a higher vantage point, so you tell us what it...
engines. Can you hear it? I hope. 'Cause it's sure cold out here. Taping this, you guys. Yes, we are. Sounds like to me a power plant diesel motor and a screeching noise in between it there with it. Okay, we're listening. 4:29 a.m.
150 feet or more from the initial, I should say, suspected impact point. Having a lift car, we can't get the light all to work. Seems to be some kind of mechanical problem. Let's send it back and get another light. Meantime, we're going to take some readings at the Geiger counter and chase around here a little bit, wait for another light all to come back in. Starting up. The security control. Yes, that's one of the pod number. Okay, we're now approaching the area within about 25, 30 feet. What kind of readings are we getting? Anything? Just minor clicks. Minor clicks. What are the impressions? There's one. Is that a little bigger they are? Well, there's one more well defined. The security control. We're still getting clicks. Can we read that on a scale? Yes, sir. We're now on the 5/10 scale, and we're reading about third, fourth increment. Okay, we're still comfortably safe here. You don't have a light on, full gas ready? Security. Can you have them? There's still minor readings. The second with gas pod indentation. Security. This one's good. Let's go to the third one over here. Yes, now I'm getting some residual. I can read down. The meter's definitely giving a pulse. Okay, that's what I was going to say. Let's go to the center of the area next and see what kind of reading we get out there. You're reading the clicks. I can't hear the clicks. Yes, sir. Got them up the center, Bruce? Okay, let's go to the center. Yes, I get it. That's the best deflection needle I've seen yet. Okay, can you give me an estimation? We're on the 0.5 scale. We're getting... We have a couple of these.
At approximately 01:25 hours. We're getting right at a half of the middle right now.
Highest point. I haven't seen it go any higher. Okay, we'll go out toward the...
Now it's picking up.
This is out toward the number one indentation where we first got the strongest reading. Yeah, it's similar to what we got in the center.
Not in a pod. It's mainly in the center. Looks like an area here possibly. It could be a blast. It's in the center.
It's hard to tell. You got to take this. My finger's about to freeze.
Here too. Up to what, 7?
What? Just jumped up to
7/10 there.
7/10 right there in the center? Uh-huh.
We found a small blast, what looks like a blasted or scrubbed up area here. We're getting very positive readings. Let's see, is that near the center?
Yes, it is. This is what we would assume would be the dead center.
Just picking up more as we go along the whole area here now.
Up to 7/10 or 7 units, let's call it, on the 0.5 scale. Okay, why don't we do this? Why don't we make a sweep
Here, I've got my gloves on now. Let's make a sweep out around the whole area, about 10 foot out, and make a perimeter run around it, starting right back here at the corner, back at the same first corner where we came in. Let's go right back here. Don't let it depend upon you counting the clicks.
Right.
Okay, let's then I can put the light on it and sweep around it. It would fly. Put it on the ground every once in a while.
This looks like an abrasion on the tree.
Okay, we'll catch that on the way back. Let's go around. One right, hit it there.
And then the interest right over here, it looks like an abrasion points into the center.
It is. It may be old, though. There's some sap marks or something on it. Let's go on back around. All right?
So it gives some extension.
Yeah, this is an awkward thing to use, isn't it?
Normally, see, I can carry it on my ears, but this one broke.
Are we getting anything further? I'm going to shut your quarter off till we find something. Picking up? What are we up to? We're up to 2, 3 units. Deflection, you're getting in close to 1 pod.
Picking up something. Picking up.
Okay, it's still not going above 3 or 4 units.
Picking up more, though. More frequent.
Yes, you're staying steady up around 2 to 3 to 4 units now. Yeah.
One of these trees that face into the blast, what we assume is a landing site, all have an abrasion facing in the same direction towards the center.
That's interesting. Let's go this way around the circle here. Turn it back down here.
Picking up something in the collection.
Let me see that. That's kind of funny. That's you're right about the abrasion. I've never seen a tree that's never seen a pine tree that's been damaged react that fast.
I got a bottle to put that in.
Yeah, you got a sample bottle?
Just
go ahead.
through the soil.
Yeah, here, stick this on the ground.
You'll notice they're all the same height.
Okay, from now on, let's identify that as point number 1. That stake there. So you all know where it is. We have to sketch it. You got that, Sergeant Nevels?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Closest to the wood bridge base.
Point 1.
Be point 1. And let's go clockwise from there.
Point 2.
Point 2? So this tree is between point 2 and point 3.
And 2 other personnel requesting to rendezvous with you at your location.
Tell them negative at this time. We'll tell them when they can come out here. We don't want them out here right now.
Okay, the sample, you're going to mark this sample number 1.
Yes.
Have them cut it off and include some of that sap and all. Is between indentation 2 and 3 on a pine tree about 5 feet away, about 3.5 feet off the ground.
I've got some more.
There's a round abrasion on the tree about 3.5, 4 inches in diameter. It looks like it might be old, but strange as a crystalline pine sap has come out that fast. You see those other trees here that are damaged in similar fashion?
Yes, off towards the center of the landing site.
Okay, why don't you take a picture of that and remember your picture, and you got to be writing this down. It's going to be on the tape.
Right. Got a tape measure with you?
This is the picture. Your first picture will be at the first tree, the one between Mark 2 and 3. Meantime, I'm going to look at a couple of these trees over here.
We are getting some.
You're getting readings on the tree you're taking samples from on the side facing the suspected landing site.
4 clicks max.
Up to 4. Interesting. That's right where you're taking the sample now. 4. That's the strongest point on the tree?
Yes, sir. If you come to the back, there's no clicks whatsoever.
No clicks at all on the back. It's all on the
Maybe
side facing the... Interesting. The indentations look like something twisted as it got, as it sat down on them. Looks like someone took something and sat it down and twisted it from side to side. Very strange. We're looking at the same tree we took the sample off with this, what do you call it, star scope?
Star.
You're getting a definite heat reflection off the tree, about 3 to 4 feet off the ground?
Yes, where the spot is.
Same place where the spot is. We're getting a heat.
And the spot on the tree directly behind us, I picked up the same thing.
one off to your right.
3 trees in the area, immediately adjacent to the site, within 10 feet of the suspected landing site. We're picking up heat reflection off the trees.
Right, Bob.
What's that again?
Well, shine a light on again, Bob.
Well, you have trouble getting through. Yeah.
Get right on the spot, and then when you want them,
okay, turn the light on.
You'll notice the white.
Hey. You're right. There's a white streak on the tree.
Indicates
Let me turn around and look at this tree over here now. Just a second. White streak right on the tree. I can see it. Wait a minute. Give me a little side lighting so I can find the tree. Okay. Off. I've lost the tree. Okay, stop. Light off. Hey, this is eerie.
What is the hot spot?
This is strange. Here, somebody want to look at the spots in the ground? Whoops. What you know? We're walking all over the place, sir. Okay, let's step back and not walk all over it. Come back here, somebody put a beam on them. Well, you're going to have to be back 10 or 15 feet. You see it?
Okay, fine.
Okay, lights off. What do you think about the spot? Yeah. Let's see at the first spot. Okay, that's what we call spot number 3. Let's go to the back corner and get spot number 1. Spot number 1. Here's spot number 1 right here. Spot number 1 right here. You need some light? There it is right there. You focused? Okay. Looking out spot number 1 through the starlight scope.
Take a slight increase in light as I go over.
Slight increase in light at spot number 1. Let's go look at spot number 2. Spot number 2 is right over here. Right here. See it? Okay, get focused on it. Tell me when. Okay. Lights out. Let's see what we get on it.
Slight increase.
Just a slight increase?
Try to center.
The center spot. Well, it really isn't center. It's slightly off center. It's right there.
Right here. Looks more that side.
Okay. I'm going to get your reading on it right there.
Okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay, lights out. This is the center spot we're looking at now, almost the center.
Slight increase.
Slight increase there. This is slightly off center toward the 1-2 side. It's some type of abrasion or something in the ground where the pine needles are all pushed back, and where we get a high reading about deflection of 2 to 3, maybe 4, depending on the point on it.
Want to check it? Yes.
You say there's a positive after effect?
Yes, there is definitely. That's on the center spot. There is an after effect.
What does that mean?
It means when the lights are turned off, once we are focused in and allow time for the eyes to adjust, we are getting an indication of a heat source coming out of that center spot, which will show up on the
Heat or some form of energy. It's hardly heat at this stage of the game. Looking directly overhead, one can see an opening in the trees, plus some freshly broken pine branches on the ground underneath. Looks like some of them came off about 15 to 20 feet up. Some small branches about an inch or less in diameter. Zero 148, we're hearing very strange sounds out of the farmer's barnyard animals. They're very, very active, making an awful lot of noise.
Yes, and a pigmentation.
You just saw a light where? Wait, now slow down. Where?
Right in this position here, straight ahead, in between the tree. There it is again. Watch, straight ahead off my flash right there, sir. There it is.
Hey, I see it too. What is it?
We don't know, sir.
So, can I get some? Yeah, it's a strange, small red light. Looks to be out maybe a quarter to half mile, maybe further out. I'm going to switch off it. The light is gone now. It was approximately 120 degrees from the site. Is it back again?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's the flashlight set.
Let's move out to the edge of the clearing so we can get a better look at it. See if you can get the star scope on it. The light's still there, and all the barnyard animals have gotten quiet now. Yeah, we're heading about 110 to 120 degrees from the site out through to the clearing now. Still getting a reading on the meter. About 2 clicks. Meter's jumped 3 to 4 clicks, getting stronger.
Now it's stopped. Now it's coming up. Hold up. There we go. It's about approximately 4 foot off the ground. It's coming set to 110 degrees.
All right, just turn the meter off. You got to say that again. About 4 feet off the ground, about 110 degrees, getting a reading of about 4 clicks.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but
Now it's dying.
no, it's not. I think it's something other than the ground. I think it's something variable here.
A tree right over.
We just frightened the first night bird we've seen. We're about 150 or 200 yards from the site. Everything else is just deathly calm. There is no doubt about it. There's some type of strange flashing red light ahead.
It's yellow.
I saw a yellow tinge in it, too. Weird. It appears to be maybe moving a little bit this way. It's brighter than it has been.
Yellow.
It's coming this way. It is definitely coming this way. Pieces of it are shooting off. There is no doubt about it. This is weird.
To the left.
Yeah, definitely moving to the left.
Two lights. One light to the front,
Okay.
one light to the left.
Keep the flashlights off. There's something very, very strange. Keep the headset on. See if it gets any stronger. Okay. Give us a rundown.
Notation that this is on a beta reading, too.
It's on a beta reading?
Beta
Okay.
shield has been removed.
Okay. Pieces are falling off it again.
And it just moved to the right.
Yeah.
Off to the right.
Strange. Oh, why don't you get to the left? Let's approach to the edge of the woods up there. Can you want to do without lights? Let's do it carefully. Come on. Okay, we're looking at the thing. We're probably about 200 to 300 yards away. It looks like an eye winking at you. It's still moving from side to side. And when you put the star scope on it, it sort of has a hollow stare, a dark stare. It's like the pupil of an eye looking at you and winking. And the flash is so bright through the star scope that it almost burns your eye. We passed the farmer's house and across in the next field. Now we have multiple sightings of up to 5 lights with a similar shape and all, but they seem to be steady now rather than a pulsating or glow with a red flash. We just crossed the creek, and we're getting what kind of readings now? Getting 3 good clicks on the meter, and we're seeing strange lights in the sky. 244, we're at the far side of the second farmer's field, and made sighting again about 110 degrees. This looks like it's clear out to the coast. It's right on the horizon. Moves about a bit and flashes from time to time. Still steady or red in color. Also, after negative readings in the center of the field, we're picking up slight readings, 4 or 5 clicks now on the meter. 305, we see strange strobe-like flashes to the rather sporadic, but there's definitely something, some kind of phenomenon. 305 at about 10 degrees horizon directly north. We've got 2 strange objects, half moon shape, dancing about with colored lights on them. About guess to be about 5 to 10 miles out, maybe less. The half moons have now turned into full circles. As though there was an eclipse or something there for a minute or two. 0315 now, we've got an object about 10 degrees directly south, 10 degrees off the horizon. And the ones to the north are moving, one's moving away from us.
It's moving out fast. This one on the right takes away, too.
Yeah, we're both heading north.
Okay.
Hey, here he comes from the south. He's coming toward us now. Now we're observing what appears to be a beam coming down to the ground. This is unreal. 330, and the objects are still in the sky, although the one to the south looks like it's losing a little bit of altitude. We're turning around and heading back toward the base. The object to the south is still beaming down lights to the ground. 0400 hours, one object still hovering over Woodbridge Base at about 5 to 10 degrees off the horizon, still moving erratic and similar lights and beaming down